stop what you're doing. Right now, as you watch this, US Apache attack helicopters are hunting and destroying Iranian warships inside the Strait of Hormuz. And the world? The world is holding its breath. This is not a drill. This is not a simulation. This is live, active combat happening at the most important 21 miles of ocean on planet Earth. Iran closed this strait. The United States just showed up to blow it back open. And if you think this is just another Middle East headline, you can scroll past. Stay right here because in the next 6 minutes, I'm going to show you why what happens in this strait affects the price you pay for gas, the food on your shelf, and potentially the next world war. Let's break this down fast. On February 28, 2026, the United States and Israel launched Operation Epic Fury, a coordinated airstrike campaign targeting Iran's military infrastructure, nuclear sites, and even assassinating Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei. Iran's response? They slammed shut the Strait of Hormuz, the narrow choke point between the Persian Gulf and the Arabian Sea, and told the entire world, "No ship passes without our permission." The IRGC, Iran's Revolutionary Guard, began broadcasting warnings on radio to every vessel in the region. No ship is allowed to pass. They threatened to set fire to any tanker that tried. And they meant it. By March 4th, Iran declared complete control of the strait. Insurance companies pulled coverage. Ships turned around. The world's most critical corridor of water went dark. So what did America do? They sent in the Apaches. On March 19, General Dan Kane, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, stepped in front of reporters at the Pentagon and confirmed it. The A-10 Warthog is now in the fight, hunting and killing fast-attack watercraft in the Strait of Hormuz. And AH-64 Apache gunships have joined the fight on the southern flank. CENTCOM released unclassified video footage of US strikes obliterating Iranian naval assets in real time. This isn't speculation. The footage exists. The strikes are happening. Now here's where most people tune out, and that's a mistake. Because this is where it hits you directly. The Strait of Hormuz is only 21 miles wide at its narrowest point. 21 miles. But through those 21 miles flows approximately 20 million barrels of oil every single day, roughly 20% of all the world's seaborne oil, Saudi Arabia's oil, UAE's oil, Kuwait's oil, Iraq's oil, Qatar's liquefied natural gas. All of it passes through this one narrow corridor. The moment Iran closed it, oil markets went into shock. Brent crude surged past $100 per barrel by March 8th for the first time in 4 years and peaked at $126 per barrel. That's not just a number on a trading screen. That's higher pump prices, more expensive shipping, more expensive food, more expensive everything. Analysts are already calling this the largest disruption to the global energy supply since the 1970s oil crisis. Let that sink in. The 1970s. Half a century. This is generational in scale. And it's not just oil. Aluminum prices are spiking. Fertilizer costs are climbing. 22 countries, including the UK, France, Germany, Japan, UAE, and Bahrain, have signed a statement saying they're ready to contribute military force to ensure safe passage. The entire global trading system is organizing itself around this 21-mile stretch of water. So what does the US military machine actually look like right now? The AH-64E Apache is one of the deadliest attack helicopters ever built. It carries Hellfire missiles, can track and destroy multiple targets simultaneously, and is specifically designed to hunt fast-moving watercraft and low-flying drones, exactly what Iran is throwing at commercial shipping. Alongside the Apaches, the A-10 Thunderbolt II, the legendary Warthog, has re-entered combat. Its 30mm cannon can punch through armored vehicles. It flies low and slow, allowing pilots to visually identify Iranian fast-attack boats and eliminate them with precision. US. Central Command also confirmed that fighter bombers dropped multiple 5,000-pound deep-penetrating bunker-buster bombs on underground Iranian missile silos near the Strait's coastline the exact launch. Sites Tehran would use to fire anti-ship missiles at passing tankers. And on the water, the USS Gerald R. Ford, the world's largest aircraft carrier, has transited into position. The USS Boxer is carrying nearly 2,500 Marines trained specifically for amphibious operations. An additional 2,500 Marines have been dispatched to the region on top of that. Britain has authorized the US to use its regional bases to strike any Iranian asset threatening shipping. The military footprint around the Strait of Hormuz right now is staggering. And it is still building. So where does this go from here? Honestly, nobody knows. And that uncertainty is exactly what's driving global markets into a panic. On March 21st, Trump issued a 8-hour ultimatum to Iran: open the Strait or face the obliteration of your power plants. Iran responded by threatening to mine the entire Gulf if any attack hit its coastline. The Houthis in Yemen warned they'd join the fight if escalation continued. Then, a plot twist. Trump announced the US and Iran were in very good and productive conversations. Crude oil prices tumbled on the news. But Iran's foreign ministry fired back immediately, saying there is no dialogue happening between Tehran and Washington. So right now there are three possible paths forward. A negotiated deal: Iran opens the Strait in exchange for some US concessions, potentially including sanctions relief. A full US military operation to physically clear the Strait, which Pentagon officials say would require weeks of sustained air war. Or this drags on, oil stays above $100 a barrel, and the global economy takes a slow-motion punch to the jaw. US. Admiral Brad Cooper said Monday that the Strait is physically open, but admitted ships aren't moving because Iran keeps firing missiles and drones at anything that tries. Here's the bottom line. The United States has deployed the most advanced gunships on the planet to one of the most volatile patches of water on Earth. Iran, defiant but clearly rattled, is still threatening, still firing, but is also quietly taking phone calls. Whether this ends in a deal, a disaster, or something in between, the world will never look at the Strait of Hormuz the same way again. This story is moving fast. Every single day, new strikes, new threats, new ultimatums. Subscribe and hit that bell right now so you don't miss a single update, because I promise you, this is not over. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Iran folds under pressure, or does this get worse before it gets better? I read every comment. I'll see you in the next one.